Hey, Brandon Burg with Burg Law, Ray Altieri here. We're doing a series of videos for our clients and friends about addressing building damages for our community association clients, the insurance claim process. We talked earlier about remediating your building, filing a claim, and sort of what hopefully you've done to date or are in the process of doing. Next, we want to talk about what you should be doing going forward. What do the next couple of weeks, couple of months look like for making sure that you guys have filed an adequate claim and that you're properly represented when it comes moving forward. So, Ray, assuming we're 4 weeks past the storm, the building's either been remediated, we're not incurring any additional damage to the building, or we're getting close to that point. Talk to us about what do the next few steps look like? How do the next few weeks look like for the building?
Sure. So the building's been stabilized and we're good there. The next steps is going to be documentation. The insurance company is going to come out with their adjuster if they haven't already. They may come out multiple different occasions, and they're going to, in these initial meetings, most likely set a reserve that's reporting up the line to their superiors on what they feel your claim is worth to them. And then that would trigger what experts they need to support those numbers. So they may bring in an engineer, they may bring in building consultants, environmental hygienists, anything that they need to document the way that they see they want to pay the claim. And so there are experts in the area on your side that you could kind of level the playing field with.
Well, yeah, that's what I hear. I mean, the insurance companies are generally good folks, but they're getting their team in place to frankly represent their interests.
Sure. I mean, most of the guys that work with us used to be insurance company adjusters and decided to come work for the policyholder instead of the insurance company. And so, yeah, they're most of the time, just like any other industry, good people just doing their job. But they have a different perspective. They're the ones with the checkbook. And so, that is why it's important to tell the insurance company what your damages are. The policy dictates that the onus is on you to prove your claim. They're always going to come out, the insurance company, with their own people, like we just discussed, to document the way they see it. But you do have people out there, experts that you can utilize, and I think it's important to at least consult with some of those entities.
Yeah, I mean, like, who would that be? I mean, we got contractors, engineers, adjusters. I mean, help us out here.
Well, I mean, the public adjuster is the claims professional inside of this arena that would understand the ins and outs of your policy. I mean, consulting with your attorney on the legalities of everything and looking into their network. And there's different engineering firms that you can work with to get a good understanding of maybe structurally what happened to your building. But it's all about building a good team around your association that is a documentation team, from your restoration company to your public adjuster to your attorney to whatever expert that may be needed, windows and doors, glazing experts, your elevator people, your different vendors that understand the building, and then having the insurance claim professionals take that information and put that into reports that benefit your position in the claims process.
Well, I mean, should folks be doing that now, or can we just wait till the adjuster for the insurance company comes back and starts giving us information, or like, how does that work?
Sure. I mean, it can work either way. It should be, in my opinion, is you should take control of the situation, and you should have your own people working for you. And it's easier to slide a little bit than it is to climb a little bit. In essence, what I mean by that is you get some reports that come out that are not in your favor, and now you have to try to undo those reports from the carrier, instead of where you have your own reports and you're presenting your claim and you're telling the insurance company, this is what we're asking for. That puts them on notice of what you feel your damages are, and now puts you in a position of power to concede on issues if you choose.
So I like that. I mean, there is an opportunity for the association to be proactive in evaluating their own damages, getting their own experts in place, and making sure that they have their own say in things. They have their own team together.
Yes, this is you're talking hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. You'd want your own advocate on your side that understands this, that does this every day for a living.
How specialized is this? Because I get it that it's one of the most catastrophic things that's ever happened to our area. Yet, I mean, there are people that are familiar with the buildings that may live on site, or directors that have a history in construction. I mean, how different is what we're talking about or what you're talking about doing than just your understanding of the basic operations of the facility.
Well, some people will say, I've been here since Opal that happened,
Right.
or I went through a couple storms, and that may be true. But it's very specialized because this is an industry that goes on every day. There's damages that are constantly reported, from little pipe breaks to fires to trees hitting houses. And now this isn't a massive event. You've had 3 hurricanes last year, and then you've had 2 very close together this year. And the industry in general is stretched with personnel, and so it's beneficial to you to be complete and having your own people put the claim together, and driving the claims process to your success.
So you've got the building remediated, stabilized. Hopefully you're kind of putting your own team in place, because goodness knows the insurance company's putting their team in place.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Build Back fall into this?
Well, you know, what you have to understand is what you're getting paid first, right?
Okay.
So if you looked at it from a reconstruction standpoint, that there wasn't an insurance claim,
All
okay,
right.
you'd want to know, you'd create a budget, you'd understand how much money you have to work with, and then you would work with a couple different local contractors that service your building in general.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't have to be some massive restoration company that does all the work. Yes, use a restoration company to minimize damage and to secure your building, preventing further damage. But if you're able to go through the process, understand what you're getting paid, okay, now you know what you have. In the process, in the meantime, you can work with your local people to understand exactly what you need, and it's kind of a controlled process.
We'll go back. So you said getting paid. So are you saying wait on the Build Back till we get the numbers from the insurance company?
Yeah, I would because how can you understand what you're going to rebuild with if you don't know how much money you have to work with yet?
Okay.
And that's my point, is understanding what you're getting paid first by the insurance company. Whether you hire your own experts or not, you should at least understand what you're getting before you can enter into a contract with a contractor.
Will having some of your own Build Back estimates have any sort of leverage on the insurance company for what they're willing to pay you? Or do they use their own objective criteria?
What you want to do is you want to always have your estimates written from the standpoint of the insurance policy. There's a difference between how someone can repair something or fix something than how the insurance policy is set up to respond. And that's a very in-depth conversation that we could get involved in if somebody wanted to reach out and talk about. But the policy dictates how you're paid. You want to make sure you get paid correctly under your insurance policy, and you want to control your money as a board. So you have the freedom to spend it how you choose.
So a lot of these pieces are fitting together. I mean, you've got to have a firm grasp of what's an unbelievably complicated insurance policy, have somebody who's kind of quarterbacking or offensive coordinator for your team, putting together the right experts, working with the insurance company at the outset to hopefully get the most out of what you're entitled to.
Exactly. You want to make, no matter what, you want to document the damage, you want to get paid correctly, you want to control the money, you want to hire who you want, and have the freedom to spend your money the way the board sees fit.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Ray. We'll come back. We'll talk more about assignment of benefits and some of the stuff that Ray's actually seeing representing some clients here locally and some of the unique damages that we have.